Hi. I'd like to take you on a little tour of my home office. I'm in the dining room right now, and I guess the only reason I'm starting in here is to make note of these Bredesons, each of which has 3 figures on it. 3 figures. So the home office, here is what I like to call a chair where people sit, and you'll find my shoes that I'll be wearing when I go out into the community later. Here's this guy again. I don't really know the process, but let's just say that's not the only one in the world that exists. Here's a photograph that I took in northern France, in the Alsace region of northern France, looking through some vines down to a little village. You gotta kind of love that. Here is a oil painting that I bought summer before last in Grand Marais, Minnesota at the Sievertson Gallery. And let's see, there's a little something I bought on eBay. JNel, you are the high bidder. Let's take a look outside where it has been snowing throughout the day. That's kind of sweet in a snowy way. Let's see, you know, there's this surface here which is quite boring. And then you get into this area. Here's a Ansel Adams photograph that is just not showing up very well. It's a town at night in New Mexico. Speaking of New Mexico, this is a photograph. I'm going to turn this light off here. There we go. Photograph, I forget the photographer's name. Nancy Nelson turned me on to him when I was down in Albuquerque. There's this guy, this lad, the young Jeff Nelson. There's the king. I think I'll turn this light back on. Here's this deal that, as I understand it, Bredeson and Brisbane picked out for me. It's a postcard. I think they got it at the Getty. Okay, and then speaking of Bredesen, a couple of stacks of LB cards. God love them. And other stuff, a little pan, you know, just stuff. Gotta kind of, oh, then there's that. And these images, got some ladies here. Ladies, man, it's a little bit out of focus. That bugs me. I'll try and get over it. And speaking of ladies, there's one there. I wonder what would happen if I did that. Well, I don't know. Another lady. And then you got that lady. And then here's a variety of things. There's that rabbit we call the rabbit. There's 2 of them. Here's the other one, the referee rabbits. I believe, oh, there's that camera that I used in the 70s. It taught me a lot. I believe the referee rabbits were a gift from Dave Cushing and Susan Davis. Here's a little dangling thing that makes me happy when I look at it, because it's always there. Let's see, here's a cartoon that is a rigatoni noodle on the phone saying, "Fusilli, you crazy bastard, how are you?" And as you may know, fusilli is the corkscrew noodle. The corkscrew noodle. All right, here's the desktop, some baseballs. You got your knife that you got in Argentina. You got some coins from other countries. I always like to have a flashlight nearby wherever I am for some reason. Here's some more dangly things. This deal I made at a pottery class that Maura and I took when she was about 10 years old. A little house. Here's a dish with stuff in it. Here's a dish with my wallet and keys. My wallet and keys, which I always put in the same place, always. In this, what is actually an ashtray that's been in my life as long as I can remember. There's a dog, a greyhound, and there's these little bubbles suspended in the glass. My dad, I remember him stubbing out his Winstons into this ashtray. Speaking of my dad, there he is. The great Benjamin Elliott Nelson. There's my mom, Zona Nelson, and there's some stuff. There's Harmon. Let's kill this light here. There's Harmon nailing one. And all right, so here's some guys. Some guys in the woods, and then there's stuff and more stuff. Here's a picture I took of myself in New Zealand. You can't really see it very well, but man, what a day that was. All right, and more stuff. Here's a thing that Nine sketched on a canoe trip that you gotta love. More stuff. Here's a thing Brisbane gave me to mark our summiting of San Gorgonio, and then some canoeing men. And I'm going to say that's it. I'm going to say that is the home office, and I can only hope that you enjoyed the tour. I know I did. Goodbye.